Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. It is the best of days. It is Sarah Wednesday.
Hello. Yay. I get to hang out with y'all.
Everything's always better when Sarah's here.
Thank you.
And Sarah, you really liked this picture. So boom, this is our background for today. And you look fabulous.
Thank you. So thank you.
Hello, everyone. All right. I am literally, usually it's just me. The other 6 days of the week, it's just me. But I'm literally here. I'm literally here every single day of the year. Every weekend, weekday, holiday, birthday, your birthday, my birthday, you name it, I'm here. So 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America, feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community here because of your kindness. You have been so kind to each other. You have been so kind to me. You've been kind to Miss Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. Sarah's actually going to be timestamping them today. So you can pick and choose what you're interested in, although you might want to stick around for everything today because, oh my gosh. But, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed, whatever works best for you. So, oh my gosh.
Yes. Before we start real quick, to build off of something that you just said, I wanted to thank y'all again. Over the last few months, you guys have been, and I know we say, you guys are so kind to us, but my kiddos affectionately refer to the random sporadic boxes that show up at our house as gifts from their YouTube aunts and uncles. So thank you to their YouTube aunts and uncles for the random boxes of whatever, whether it be cleaning supplies or food, whatever from the thing, but you guys are just amazing, and I thank you. So, okay. Now,
I don't have anything that is cute to say. I just because when I get I occasionally get will get something in the mail, and I am so grateful. I am so grateful. But the kitties are just like, yeah, of course. So I can't. They haven't said anything cute or done anything like appreciative. They're just like,
they do appreciate it. They eat it.
They eat it, definitely.
Yeah. And for an animal, that is the highest level of appreciation there is. So yes, the fuzzheads are very appreciative of their internet aunts and uncles too. So yes. Oh, okay.
All right. So we had a whole thing set up for today.
And then the news.
Yeah, we had Sarah. I love how Sarah called it the Law-dacity. Yeah, we've got a whole big thing about some of the craziest stuff, including, yes, we will get to the lawyer in his boxers in court. In the Trump in a Trump related thing. Anyway, we'll get there.
Oh, yes.
But we're starting with literally minutes before we came on.
Yes.
Matter of fact, I had to scroll down because I don't want to look at this guy's face the whole time. But top of the news on Apple News, Mitch McConnell is stepping down.
So there was some confusion in my mind. Initially, when I first saw the news, I was like, okay, is he just stepping down as the leader, or is he stepping down? So I did a little deep dive, and he's stepping down as leader now, or in November, excuse me. He's stepping down as leader in November, and he'll finish serving out his term until January. So
CC Ryder's saying something else in all caps.
Hang on, because that's what the article that I posted said. Okay, so until his term ends. Okay, so his term doesn't end until 2027, because I could have swore, according to AP, hang on one second. Hold, please.
But anyway, the point is he's stepping down as minority leader.
Yes, that's definitely in November. And
oh, how I
okay, yes,
despise.
January 2027. Okay, CC Ryder. Okay, you are correct. So he's going to stay until 2027 in his spot.
Just a senator.
It's just a senator. So his
yes, Moonchild, senators are all on even years. They just don't go up all at once. That's staggered.
Yeah. So I guess the question is he actually going to do it? I mean, if he's saying he's going to do it, but if we know anything, Mitchie's got an ego 3 miles wide. Yeah.
Huh. This feels bigger than just. See, I'm going to make too much noise if I do a. I don't know how to put this. If I do an overloaded Celtic, but it feels like this is a big deal.
All right, well, let's do it. We're good.
All right. Put that there.
We're okay with the noise.
I'm sorry if I deafen anybody.
David, he's also a pretty sick turtle. I can't with y'all. Oh goodness.
I think it's this is about him and the Senate.
Yes.
And the leadership is what this feels like. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Am I disturbing the kitty?
Deb, not yet, but I'm working on it. Deb's asking if I got my Rotato. I did see where they have it on the mechanical ones, and they are fabulous. You just set your potato in there, and it does it for you. So,
I'm glad you brought that up.
Right?
All right. Yeah. You fought for. Yeah, he's fought for the Republican, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Mitch has fought for Mitch. Let's just Mitch fought for what makes Mitch money.
Mm-hmm. Mitch, please.
Y'all.
All right. I had the feeling that I needed to get all these cards at the same time. All right. People can say I'm biased. Go ahead. It's a blue channel. But he did not do the Republicans a service. Because what he did by stealing Merrick Garland's seat and by ramming through all of those conservative justices is he made a Donald Trump possible.
Mm-hmm.
You left your party weaker and poorer.
Mm-hmm. And
then you didn't hold Trump accountable. And you played games. And this is one of those things where you had a kid you wanted to show off, but instead of making the kid go to sleep and eat his vegetables or her vegetables and giving them nutritious food and giving them an education, you hopped them up on sugar.
Mm-hmm.
So they had lots of energy and, look at my child, look at my child, look at my child. And at the end of the day,
out on Mountain Dew. Yeah.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, your kid has rotten teeth and nothing. Well done,
Very
Michi.
succinct way of putting it. Yes.
Center of the reading. He's walking away because it's getting too difficult for him. His health isn't great, but it's just getting too difficult for him. His health is failing. He also, hanging over this, he's also concerned about Jack Smith coming up and having some words with senators. and the power of the Democrats getting stronger. These people have internal polling that for somehow manages to be much more accurate than the stuff we see. So why not release the accurate stuff? No, it doesn't serve their purposes, so they don't. But he's hiding how much his health has deteriorated. Oh, thank you, Velda Ray. Thank you. All right, home environment. That was his dream of becoming whatever. I'm sorry, I don't care. The man's done so much damage.
Yeah.
Hopes and fears. This is usually like a hope and fear for the future, but really what this feels like is the fear is Johnson in the House is so inexperienced and so out of his depth. And I mean wildly out of his depth. What other people see? Chaos. You welcomed it in with open arms because you wanted your short-term gain. And you thought by putting some super conservatives on the Supreme Court, that was all your extremist dreams were going to come true. No. The challenge, his health is bad. Swords aren't usually my health cards, but it just feels bad.
Right.
Near future, he's still a senator, gets whatever perks he gets. If his health is that bad, why not just step down? He's got nothing to prove. He's not going to make any more money than he's already made.
Especially not if he's not the head. Yeah.
Right.
Leader.
And this is just a senator. Really? All right. This is where it starts getting interesting. Good riddance to bad rubbish. Goodbye, McConnell. You are a disgrace. In the actual sense of the word, not the way Trump uses it. All right. The 3 cards for the final outcome. Chariot, Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords. I'm going to guess there's a lot coming. One, there could be a real fight for control.
Oh, yeah.
Also, back to what's hanging over Democrats in really good position, but Republicans being worried about going up the river. Look, I keep talking about it, and we don't see movement. But and I'm concerned at this point that we're going to finally, when Jack Smith comes out with whatever he's going to come out with against people in Congress, we're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
But the cards keep saying it's coming. So
I didn't want to interrupt you earlier. Deb, thank you for telling me about Tyler. All of that is in the description box. So everybody, if you've got a question or if we're going to cover anything, please check the description box.
Yes. We have running jokes around here that we keep the Ark of the Covenant in the description box. It'll never be found. The spare one of the spare original copies of the Declaration of Independence, we keep that in the description box too. Yep. No one will ever see it. And various NSA uses the description box for the most ultra secret of information.
It's basically like a skiff.
Yeah, it's like a skiff in the description box of these videos, these live streams, because really nobody goes there. I know some of them do, but on the whole. Yeah, the Holy Grail, Maria Ashley. Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Cindy Sigurdsson. The 10-inch folder. Yes.
Yep. All right. Well, at 15 minutes and 10 seconds. Go ahead.
Scrolling up so I don't have to look at his face.
Totally get that.
Ugh.
Okay, y'all. The Law-dacity.
Mm-hmm.
So, starting off, one of Trump's lawyers wrote Judge Engoron a very, very nice letter. A change in demeanor, for sure. But with this change of demeanor, he requested that Trump be allowed more time to submit a counter judgment in the New York fraud case.
I'm sorry. Did you say counter judgment?
Yes.
Submit.
Yeah. He wants more time so they can submit a counter judgment. He literally wants to make a counter offer on the final ruling, like it's a negotiation.
A counter offer.
Yeah.
Trump wants to make a counter offer on the. At this point, we're up to over $450,000, $450 million.
Yeah.
And he wants to make a counter offer.
Yes.
This is not a thing.
No, it's not a thing. Legally, this is we don't do that. It didn't go as planned, as you can imagine. So there's lots of things that people could ask here, but the first thing I thought of was, Law-dacity, did he think this would actually work? Like, the judge is like, I mean, think about it. This could set precedent where, like, the judge is, someone is sentenced to 5 years in prison, and they're like, well, can't I just bake cookies for some squirrels and mow an old lady's yard and serve like 2 weeks? I mean, this is basically I don't understand.
Yeah. But he can't tell. I'm not. So when I say it's not a thing, no. He's really doing it. I'm saying counter offers.
Yeah, counter offers aren't a thing.
Are not a thing.
Yeah, no. He did it, but it's not something. It's not a thing, as in something that is done. So, Cindy, that's cute. Trump already opened all of his low number suitcases on his own deal or no deal. Judge, no deal. Oh, yeah.
Why am I doing so many cards today? Just that. So.
Kathy Delisle says they got their law degree at Trump University. That's hysterical.
Yeah. If there's a card for getting laughed out of court, I just got it.
Mm-hmm.
He's a brat. He was a brat all the way through the trial.
Yeah.
In the past. No, this is how things are done.
Mm-hmm.
In the center, well, I can just give a little bit. But we'll pay them off.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging above this, we'll communicate. We'll make some changes. We'll negotiate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Base of the reading. No, you won't. Law.
Yeah.
Legal.
Mm-hmm.
Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
Home environment. He's afraid of going to prison. Not on this, but in general.
Oh, yeah.
All this stuff.
Yeah.
Hopes and fears is he's trying to find some way to come up with the money. What other people see, I just keep picking up this guy. His finances are a disaster. A disaster. And then more stories come out about, he has hundreds of millions of dollars in cash. He's got this big deal. He's got this and that. And then the cards are like, nope.
I have this mental image of like he's got all of this in cash, but it's like Monopoly money with his face on it. So like Trump bucks don't really count. I mean, y'all remember like at school, like, I mean, we didn't do it when I was a kid, but my kids, like if they were good in school, like they would earn these little bucks these for class bucks that they could use like on Fridays at the little store. They could buy like pencils and erasers or stickers or candy or whatever. But it's like Trump bucks. Like he thinks he's going to be like, no.
Man. Kitty Holler says he actually had a Monopoly game about himself.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not either. Surprised. But I think he kept all the money.
Mm-hmm. And that's what he's trying to, yeah.
The challenge, basically the challenge, but what's really going to happen here is the truth and the law. And in the near future, he's still just trying to stir everything up because that's how he gets money from the suckers. Final outcome, you still owe all that money plus interest. And he's not done. This is what floors me every time. You think they will reach a point where he will finally just do the thing, whatever it is. If it's being a decent human being, if it's taking care of something obvious, if it's whatever. Nope. No, the audacity is eternal. The selfishness is eternal. The belief that the world just bends around him is eternal. And he's going to keep playing these stupid games.
And he'll keep winning stupid prizes.
Yes. And all I can say is to all of the judges out there, the book, throw it at him and make it stick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
The audacity.
I will note though, I did see a headline this morning that surprised me, and it was such a small fee in regards to everything else, and so I didn't put it in here. But he actually paid one of his legal fines this morning, the $400,000 to the New York Times that he owed them. He actually paid it today or yesterday. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you must have thought of it as like a PR payment or something.
Yeah, something. He had to show that he still got cash. I mean, that's like a drop in the bucket. I mean, that's a big drop for me, but for him, compared to what he owes, that's.
Oh no, he's been getting money out of the suckers more than that. By the way, the speaking of suckers, the GoFundMe's still going.
Oh, where are we at?
1.2 million, which you would think would be amazing. That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Until you look at how much he owes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's up to 1.2 million.
Almost 1.3. Yeah.
Almost 1.3. And out of 355 million he needs. So only 353 million plus to go. Plus another 100 in interest.
Yeah.
And another 89 for Canon. And I was having a look at, can you see this pop up?
Yes.
These four suckers giving $20,
$50,
$25, $20, $10, $50. He's a billionaire. He says he's a billionaire. This isn't like giving money to somebody who, has nearly nothing.
Right.
These people. Sad. It's sad. You are being suckered to give money to this adjudicated assaulter. con man,
Mm-hmm.
seditionist, and walking embodiment of all 7 deadly sins, who swears up and down he's a billionaire, and you are parting with your hard-earned $20, Miss Melissa Smith. You are parting with your $20.
Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah. Jimmy Kimmel last night, was it, or night before? They went out and they talked to some Trump voters,
Mm-hmm.
and they had the main person. Sorry, they had the interviewer say, "Okay, I want to ask you some questions about the candidates and things they've done, and how do you feel about Joe Biden paying off a porn star and for to hide the affair?" And everyone that they talked to was like, "Oh, he should be it's terrible. He should be ashamed of himself. He has no business being in office." And then the person, the interviewer, would say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I've got my notes wrong. That's actually Donald Trump. How do you feel about Donald Trump paying off a star for $130,000?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, that doesn't matter. That was a private thing. It never would have been brought there wouldn't be any question. Every single thing they asked, where it was something bad about, they'd say something, but they put Biden's name on it. He can't think straight. He's terrible. He's horrible for the economy. And literally, they would say, "I'm sorry, my notes are wrong. How do you feel about Donald Trump?" That exact wording, same everything.
Yeah.
"Oh, that's he's great. He's great for our country. He's a patriot. He's the best thing that's happened to us. He's..."
Sorry, I was just taking a quick look at my brain while I rolled my eyes.
Yeah. So it was disheartening, but here we are. Yeah.
Well, speaking of that was a nifty segue. At 27:35, that was actually a very good segue. Under still Law-dacity, Trump's attorneys have also filed a request in the hush money trial to have Stormy Daniels, Michael Cohen, and Karen McDougal barred from testifying because they could prejudice the jury against him. He doesn't want witnesses to testify against him because it could mean people might see that he's guilty. Obviously that didn't work either. Is there
I'm
just...
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, Larry, I remember that. Okay, he doesn't want Stormy Daniels or Michael Cohen or Karen McDougal to testify against him because it would be prejudicial to the jury. So no witnesses.
Right. So it's like, if I robbed a bank, I couldn't, I can't sit here and say, well, I don't want the security guard or the teller to be able to testify, nor do I want the camera to be used, the camera footage to be used as evidence, because that might make them think I did it. And that's prejudicial.
Oh, so, yeah. Yes.
So
I can't.
Again, Law-dacity. And that's the question. Is there no depth to his audacity? I mean,
no, look, I don't have to pull on that.
Yeah.
Because it was even earlier. No, there is no depth. He will not ever become a decent human being. He won't. There's not. He is gonna fight this arrogantly, this stupidly, this I am a medieval king levels of entitlement.
Yeah.
Forever. So, how's the business fraud criminal case going to go? I think is the there's no low. There's no. Lisa Harmon says, I need a facepalm emoji. I don't know. I think it's one of those old memes where it's, you face palm so hard that your hand is like a foot back from, it like goes through your head.
There's memes or GIFs, excuse me, because on TNG, Picard would face palm, and if it was a really bad situation, you would have Picard and Riker both face palming. And then there's some GIFs where it's got them both face palming, and then all of these other random hands like coming up, just like. And that's kind of where we're at now. We're just at random. I can't say the words that I want to say because but what in the blue blazes is about as bad as I can get at the moment.
Oh, Lord. He will not stop. I know it's naive of me, but there is this part of me that just is like, oh, great. Okay, this has happened. Now he's going to be held accountable. But then he turns around and it's, oh, well, you'll lessen that because I'm special. No. Well, you'll lessen that because I'm special. Well, all right, I'll pay that as long as I don't have to admit I did anything wrong. I mean, there's no decency. That is, if it's like, okay, do you remember in one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie where they're chased by the native people, but there's these two cliffs with a rickety bridge. Right. If you're on one side and you're expecting that Donald Trump's, there are clouds, maybe you can't see it, that you're going to step on that rickety bridge and that to get away and you're to be safe. And I'm getting a mental image of cliffs, clouds, step up to, and any hint of humanity or decency. There is nothing there. There is nothing. There's no framework for it. There's no ratty string left.
Yeah.
There is nothing. There aren't even like holes on each side that something could be put into to hold rope. There's nothing. Okay. Because he's awful. He is not possessed. I know some people, they'll come in sometimes, they'll say he's possessed or he's a walk-in or what. No, he is a rotten human being by choice.
A little bit.
In the past, he was trying to keep, we'll just call her Stormy Daniels. He was trying to keep her quiet. That's in the past. In the center, it's about the money he gave to her and then falsified the records for it. So it's interesting. That's the center card. Above it, you get lying. And that would be Michael Cohen and doing the work of lying for the thief card here. At the base of this, you have when you're rich, they let you do it. But coming up against, no, that's not actually how we do things. No. Base of this is no. Home environment. Big old full card. Yeah. Hopes and fears. He thinks he's just going to get a victory out of this.
Oh, yeah.
And what other people see, he's being treated better than anybody else in that situation. Challenge is making legal decisions that will hold this blankety blank accountable. Near future 1 and 2. This is the fraud case in the Bragg business fraud case, criminal case in New York. Near future. Yeah. You don't have a good case when you're trying to get the witnesses removed from the case.
Yeah. Because they'll make you look bad.
Because they'll make you look bad to the jury, and that's all you've got. That's it.
That's it.
That's all.
He's got 2 looks. That's it.
Jenna
Marbles. Yeah.
Final outcome. Knight of Pentacles. You paid the money. You tried to keep it secret. And is Trump going to win the case? That would be a big negative. That would be a big negative. You are not going to win.
Dude, if he wins, the same chances of him winning this case. And if I need to eat my hat on this, because, well, no, I'm not going to eat my hat on this. There is as much of a chance as me waking up in the morning with my lipedema healed and looking like a 120-pound supermodel as it is of him in this case. Okay, there's just it's not happening.
Any of us waking up looking like a 110-pound, 120-pound supermodel.
Yeah, I'm not going to wake up in the morning looking like Jerry Halliwell circa 1996. And so he's not winning this case.
No. Oh, can I share the next one? And the picture? Or did you have your heart set on it?
No, I didn't have my heart set on it. Do you just want to, share the picture and then I'll read the thing at 36:55. And we're talking about attorney Christopher Kachouroff.
Okay. So yesterday, you know how... Okay. Yesterday was another glorious day in the Fani Willis hearing, which was a big goose egg. And Merchant just embarrassed herself yet again. However, as it was going on and on, as it did, whatever. Oh, come on, load properly. As it was going on and on, there was, hang on, this thing just jumped. There it is. There was a Zoom call. There were some other lawyers on Zoom and whatnot. Not everybody was there in the courthouse. And I was watching this on Midas Touch. So this is a screen capture from Midas Touch, actually. But if I had gone to the McAfee's YouTube channel, I could have gotten the same thing. So I don't feel bad taking a screen capture from Midas Touch and I'm giving them credit. Thank you, Midas Touch. Okay. So the Zoom call's going on, right? Different lawyers and what have you. So this lawyer, I guess he either forgot he was on a Zoom call or just didn't care. Again, the Law-dacity, maybe. Because he got up and started walking around in his boxer shorts.
Yeah. He was about to start cross-examining a witness, so he was standing to grab something that he forgot that he needed, some documents or binder or something off to the side. And just zero thought to the fact that from here down, he's chilling. He's doing his thing.
He's rocking the thin blue cotton. Yes, Ratu, a true brief. That was a good one. That was a good one. And T. Clover, yes, at least that they were loose boxes. Yes. Thank heavens they were.
Thank Jesus. Boxers. Yes. So, Valerie says, "Look, Ma, no pants. I mean, pants." So, like I said, this was right before cross-examining a witness.
I couldn't have kept a straight face.
No, I couldn't have either. I mean, I would have just, anything he'd have asked me, I'd have just been like, For real? Like,
I literally, I know it's bad of me, but I literally, even in court, I would have said, "I'm sorry, sir. Could you please put on some pants?" Even though you sat back down, I can't get past this. Could you please put on some pants? Oh,
this is like the worst lawyer Zoom thing since the first part of the pandemic, where the lawyer got stuck with the cat filter. You remember that?
Yes.
And he was like, "Judge, I promise you I'm not a cat." That was the best thing ever. And so this is like right up there with that. This is bad. So is this gonna hurt his case?
Well, honestly, the main thing I'm getting here is there's nothing that could save his case.
Well, this is true. He can't save his briefs.
What was it?
Said he can't save his briefs. Yeah. Yeah.
This is the audacity. I couldn't be bothered. I'm not going to listen to your rules or whatever. He's getting paid. In the center, actually, have the sitting pretty card. Fruits of labor, sitting pretty. The Law-dacity. But between those, I've got the world card. Top of the world. Well,
he's sitting comfy.
Yeah, definitely sitting comfy. But also, this is not good for your future, dude.
No.
No, this is not good for your reputation or your business. But yeah, so he thinks, and you have to understand, someone like this, he's not going to fully see the problem here.
No. But I guarantee you, he'll be the first person that will have an opinion about how a female is dressed.
Oh heck yeah! Oh heck
yeah! Yeah.
The two cards though, the final two cards after all this, they're both cups. They're both. This is just going to move on. He didn't have. He's Harrison Floyd's lawyer, Chris Kachouroff. You didn't have a case in the first place. So well done, idiot. You arrogant blankety blank. Congratulations for sharing your gutchies with all of America. And the world, actually.
Yes. So, okay.
Oh, Torino, I'm not looking. Does he find himself attractive? Oh, no, I'm not going there.
With that kind of audacity, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sort of a given on that one. All right. So, this one's a little weird, guys.
Oh, wait. Lisa, I appreciate that. Is very sweet of you to try to come up with some excuse, some reasonable excuse for this. But even if he had some kind of surgery or what have you, he'd be wearing like sweatpants. He'd be wearing...
Yeah, and he jumped up way too fast to grab things than a man who just had something done somewhere. So...
Lois! I'm too sexy for my pants. Too sexy for my pants.
Oh, Lord.
Do you like my stance?
Okay. All right. And 44:20. Okay, guys, this one's just weird.
Oh, wait, no. Brad 2 says, so nothing was holding him back. Oh, definitely nothing. Nothing holding him back. Yes. And David Minor, the great white dope. Yes.
I like that one.
All right. I'm sorry. You said this is a weird one.
You're good. 44:45. This was a weird one. All right. And an honestly surprising move. Judge Cannon told Trump's co-defendants in the docs case that they couldn't see the confidential docs in a new judgment, in a new ruling. So the valet and the other guy, Walt and what's his face?
Walt Nada?
Yeah, Nada and the other person, the co-defendants, they're not allowed to go in the skiff or see anything.
Can Trump?
Trump can, but they can't. So, which is weird. I know. Her thought process is at one point Trump had, or at least the way that she described it from what I understand, is that, I mean, on one hand, Trump had clearance, but these dudes never did. There's no reason they should ever be within breathing room of it. But if you can say that, then why not hold Trump accountable for the fact that everybody was within breathing room of it? Like, why say all of a sudden now it's inappropriate for them to see it, but it's not inappropriate for them to be in a toilet? I don't.
Or on a stage.
So, this is just, I mean, is this just some lame excuse to try to look judicial all of a sudden? Is she covering her butt? Like, what's going on here? Because she actually made a ruling that made sense as far as these two knuckleheads go.
Yeah, but the headlines are saying that she's ruled against Trump. No, she hasn't.
No, she just ruled that they couldn't see anything.
Oh God, canon.
Yeah.
She's not getting a full overloaded Celtic. Oh, get stuffed, lady. She's not remotely fair. She's not remotely unbiased in this. That is the card of Mar-a-Lago. Mm-hmm. That is the card of Trump's base of support.
Right.
She doesn't believe that that Mar-a-Lago should have been not raided, because they weren't raided. Should have been searched lawfully, which it was. And then whatever he throws out there, she's like, let's get behind that. And she'll use her position, the government overreach, but she'll use her position. I swear to you, like, I've said this before, if she doesn't have a crush on him, she's just that deep in MAGA world. He's the greatest. He's the greatest. He's the greatest. And the energy I get off of her is.
The kids call it Delulu.
Delulu is a word, but actually I think you've got something there when you said kids, teenagers.
Yeah.
She has the energy around her is like a teenager who has a crush on a pop star.
Yeah.
And it is all consuming, and I think that's a healthy part of life. I think that's a healthy, teenagers having crushes on somebody.
Yeah.
I think this is healthy. But not when you are a judge and your pop star is you're being called to rule on the case. Although as a matter of fact, I imagine there's something over on like fanfiction.net where somebody would get to rule in like the pop star they like or the actor they like has come to has gone to court and you get to be the judge and
yeah.
I would imagine there's some fan fiction somewhere, but this is real life and this is wrong.
And SW, you were correct. Trump should not be in the skiff either. Trump no longer has clearance. And I didn't want to imply that he did, because he doesn't. But from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, she hasn't outlawed him going, his people seeing anything yet. Just these yahoos. So, all right.
Hang on. Rose was saying she should still be removed. Not enough CYA.
Oh yeah.
there was a what was it? Oh, is this going to be enough to stop Jack Smith and the Court of Appeals, was it 11th Circuit, from booting her off this case? Lainey Greenwood says, don't trust her. I wouldn't. Not for a second. And someone in the chat was just saying there is Trump fan fiction and warns not to go look at it.
Yeah, Katie was like, don't do it. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. No, thank you. That is something there was no fear of happening.
Oh no, I'm not looking. Mm-mm.
Have you seen what he did to a flag recently again? Oh no. Yeah.
I'm scared.
It was gross. It wasn't just a hug. He was kissing it. Like, it was gross. It was gross. I shouldn't have even done that. I mean, I looked ridiculous there, but his was just like, ugh.
Mm-mm.
Is this going to be enough to
keep her on to get them off of her behind and keep her on the case?
She's been kicking over everything she possibly can. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look, I understand it's a blue channel. I know there's some people who come through here now and then and they say, you're biased, you're whatever. The energy I get off of her is particularly awful. It is particularly, I mean, there are the jerks in the Supreme Court who I don't get quite this kind of energy.
Right.
I don't even know if those Supreme Court jerks who are on the far right on the Supreme Court would do what Cannon's willing to do. And her goal has been all along to end this, quash it, make it go away. But it feels like come to me. I'll make it go away. I'll make it go away. It's this very personal energy.
Yuckadoo.
What you need? Tell me what you need. Now, eventually what I do get is end and Trump being held accountable like he should.
Yeah.
But it's not here.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, nobody on this earth has made me make the Lucy face more than Trump. Ooh. I mean, it's the whole situation is just yuckadoo. I mean, it's
Kelly's asking, do you feel Cannon is ideologically enamored of 45? Oh, more than that. This isn't something. I mean, longtime viewers, please, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't usually get this kind of energy, even from the sycophants. This is like a teenager. Seriously, like a teenager who has a crush on a pop star.
Yuckadoo. Well, he thinks he's Elvis.
He thinks he's Elvis. Shall I? Don't tempt me. I will go find the picture I made of
right.
What really
smell this? Like. Yeah.
Smell this. Yeah, and yeah.
All right. Well,
David Meinert says she has defied him. Oh no, deified him. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Well, here's something nifty. At 54:35, Heather says,
sorry. Valerie at Sage the Scales Tarot. By the way, Valerie has set up her channel. Valerie Sargent has go subscribe to Sage the Scales Tarot. That is Valerie Sargent's new channel. She has 2 videos up over there, and she is
love her.
Yes. Valerie's saying this energy is very specific. Okay, so it's not just me picking up on that, because it is. It's an outlier from all the other stuff I read on.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, you're good. At 55:20. Okay, we've got some good news.
Mm-hmm.
Heather says that it looks like Georgia will get a chance to prosecute Mark Meadows after all. His appeal for removal to federal court was denied. Will he try to appeal to SCOTUS, and would they even take it up if he did?
How many years? I thought this was decided ages ago. How many years has he been trying to get this?
He's nothing if not a trier. Just,
All right, I get into Meadows energy, and it feels like my skull's been crushed, like right here at both sides. Just
I'm sorry.
Pressure in. No, that's fine. Weirdly enough, at least it's more human. No, substantial. Solid. I don't know how to describe it, but
less
it's
psychopathic. Slightly
more real.
Yeah,
more based in reality. That's it. I agree, Lois. Sarah looks fabulous.
Thank you,
Mark Meadows. Sorry, I lost internet there for a second.
No, you're good. We didn't even notice. You're good. Was that quick?
There's nothing here.
Okay.
I mean, suddenly it's like all the energy's just drained out of my body, like lethargy. Just, I mean, even the Knight of Wands over here for the reading, it should be a big get up, but the energy is just flat. And I don't have any major arcana. There's no major arcana here. Will they come after him? Yes, there's evidence. Blah, 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 blah. He won't listen. They'll try to fight back, but this is weak. This is
Well, then it's well, and that's okay. So that's there we go.
So whatever's going to happen to Meadows, hang on. Yeah, actually, that did surprise me. Is it Lana?
Yeah.
Don Jr. received an envelope in the mail with white powder on it. You're asking, did Daddy Don send it to him? But actually, Don Jr. received an envelope in the mail with white powder, and he called the police? That's weird.
My tea almost came out my nose.
I'm sorry. Okay, Mark Meadows, they're definitely coming after you. And that's pathetic. They're coming after you, and this is just I don't know if he's just giving up the fight, if he's just, but it just feels like all the energy just drained out of me. So
yes, SW Valerie is here. That's Sage the Scale Tarot in chat. Do we have time for one more?
Absolutely.
Okay. This one is
Oh wait, no. Oh wait. We need to talk about the Windsors.
I'm down, but are they down? Because you know how I feel about it, and we're going to get letters.
Oh, we're going to get comments. You're right. We're going to get comments, but we need to talk about this. I know people don't like the Windsors, and they don't like the stuff, but this is weird.
It's your channel. You know me. I have opinions with a capital O, and I wasn't here the last time you talked about it. And
yeah, but I got a bunch of comments about we don't care about the royalty and all of that. And normally I wouldn't care either, but this is bizarre.
I'm going to preface this by saying I love and respect everybody on this channel. There are certain topics that when I get really opinionated on a topic and I do my research, because I will go down rabbit holes and be lost down them for days.
Which is one of the reasons we're best friends.
Yes. But when folks, not anybody specific, and I'm not necessarily talking about anybody here right now, but when folks try to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. Of course, they wouldn't say it quite that Southern, but you don't know what you're talking about. I tend to be like, yes, I do, because I did my research. So,
all right.
Well, then let me change what we was gonna do. So,
yeah. And we're putting this at the end because I know some of you. Kitty Holler says, "Hurry, I'm getting old."
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to preface this. If you have very strong feelings about I'm not talking about the Sussexes today.
No,
we're talking about the Waleses.
Yes.
So the Cambridges, excuse me. Yes. So I am of the opinion that we all have good and bad in us, and nobody is all good. So if anybody is of the opinion that anybody can do no wrong, you might want to step out. Like now is the time. We love you and we will see you tomorrow.
Yes. Yes. If you think if you are certain, just certain in from top to toe that that Prince William is a little cinnamon roll.
Yes.
You might want to go.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. May I?
By all means.
All right. Here's the thing. Nobody has seen Kate Middleton since Christmas.
Right.
It is February 28th. There was so December 25th was the last time that anybody saw her.
Or the kids or her parents.
Right.
The 28th of December, ambulances went to Sandridge's, whatever, the castle, the one they do Christmas at. And unannounced, quiet, went there, grabbed somebody, ambulance left, sirens blazing. I mean, quiet, the lights going. So something's up.
Yeah. All right. So that's one thing where it's like, okay, if something happened, okay, bless her, good luck to her. I wish her well. But if that's her, if that was her, it could have been somebody else. Anyway, here's the thing. There have been all these stories released about how she had some kind of abdominal surgery and she's at home resting and everything's fine. The kids are doting on her and her husband's cooking and doting on her. And isn't this lovely? No one has seen this woman. Not a photograph, not a hi, thank you for your well wishes. 10 seconds, not 10 seconds of this woman. And suddenly all of her children are being homeschooled.
Yeah, they're all getting tutored at the house.
All of them. Suddenly. And William's godfather just passed. And he was supposed to speak at and he said, for personal reasons, I cannot.
But he said it wasn't related to Kate.
Right.
Yeah. He went to the BAFTAs, though.
He went to the BAFTAs
2 weeks ago. She's recovering, but he can go to the BAFTAs.
He can go to the BAFTAs. And although it was kind of funny that people were pointing out when he walked in the room, nobody cared.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Which was kind of, anyway. But there is a video of William standing at attention in his uniform and what have you. And he's not well. He's got dark circles under his eyes. And he was blinking like this.
And swaying. Now, he could just be sick. He could be worried. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying William is. It's not what I'm saying.
Right.
I'm saying there are things that have happened that on their own would be like, oh, that's kind of weird, but together,
And the thing is that if it turned out, some people are saying, well, Kate Middleton, maybe she has Crohn's disease.
Yes.
Maybe she got a colonoscopy bag or something like that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The monarchy is under a lot of pressure to win public support.
Yes.
And whenever any of them get sick, or one of them gets sick, even if it's something that's kind of gnarly and you want to keep the details to yourself, they can get a lot of sympathy. Matter of fact, they just released pictures of King Charles reading a selection of the 7,000 get well cards that he got after his cancer diagnosis. So go ahead.
I want to stop. I'm sorry. No, what you're saying. No, Sherry, Moonchild. No, we're not saying anything has happened to the kids. The kids are probably fine. Nothing's happened to her parents. We're not saying anything like that. It's just weird.
Yeah, it's extremely weird. And what it seems to be centered on is what happened to Kate. Now, the other reason this is, and the reason I get, if I even vaguely, one time I even came in on, I tried to even vaguely touch on this. Oh boy, did I get blowback. But William is not the same boy who walked behind Diana's casket. And my heart breaks for those kids and for any kids who lose their mother. Broken into little tiny pieces. But he's grown now. And he's had decades of being the center of attention. And with all the stuff with Harry and Meghan and all of that's being stirred up, there's also been, and I don't know if this is related, but the only talk I've ever seen of any kind of violence was from in Harry's book, wasn't it?
Yeah, where when they went to the castle when the Queen was passing and William tried to punch him. Yeah. So
lunged at him over the table, didn't he?
Yeah. Now
okay, so now you've been down the rabbit hole. So that's the
right. So UK Twitter yesterday or early.
David Minert says you're less than subtle about your disdain for him.
I'm actually concerned about him. He's been through a lot, and that could really break a person. But I'm more concerned about her and his character. He's doing things that are out of character for his public persona, which is not a good. Okay, at the very least, everything could be fine. Everything could absolutely be fine. At the very least, I think we can all agree that the palace has a huge PR problem.
Yes.
At 100%. The very least. Wheezy's Squeezebox. No, you're correct. He isn't the one who spent the last 4 years bad-mouthing his family. You're absolutely right. But I'm not here talking about the Sussexes. I don't that what they're doing right now that's irrelevant to me at the point. My entire thing is Kate okay? Because all of the press releases, at first they said that it was a planned surgery, and then it was, well, she's sorry she had to cancel all of her stuff. And I'm like, well, if
it was planned, why would there have been stuff scheduled? Or why wouldn't they have canceled it sooner?
Right. I just, nobody is all good or all bad. Nobody. And we're all human. And he's in a position of a lot of pressure. More than, and he's gone through a lot. But he's not who I'm concerned about right now. It's Kate, because they marched that woman outside hours after giving birth. They showed Charles riding to the hospital and leaving the hospital when he had his prostate stuff. Like, there's not even been a hi. They have a TikTok. She could do a cute little, very, very short, very sweet. Thank you for your, thank you for your prayers and your well wishes. I look forward to seeing you soon. 2 seconds. Done.
Right.
Done. So I think we could at least agree, if nothing else, regardless of what you think about any of this, the palace has a PR problem.
Yes. Yep.
Yes, Paula, in a lot of ways, yes. But yeah.
They would have canceled it. She has people.
Yeah, she has people.
As soon as the surgery was scheduled, they would have canceled that. They would have rescheduled stuff.
Yeah, it's not rescheduled. It's just flat canceled. Like, yeah, which is weird. I know some things can't be canceled. Like if you're doing a ribbon cutting, that can't be rescheduled, but some things can. I'm just saying it's a little weird. Yeah. But this morning, the trending in the UK was royal family, the M on a live word, Kate, Buckingham Palace, things like that. So
I don't
think that. No,
I don't think that either. But they're having a massive PR problem because the rumors that are going are awful and worse. I probably 1,000 times worse than reality.
Yeah. And the Spanish papers, who swear they have receipts, are saying some pretty bad stuff, that it's not looking good. Now, I don't know about all that. What I do know is that it can all be agreed that the papers in the UK, and this is not an opinion, this is fact. We've known this, we've seen it for years. Even if you don't necessarily agree, it's to the level that, the Sussex say it was. But they, the palace, the papers are very nice to a point, the UK ones, the official ones, as to what they want them to say or not say. Like they it's a pay and play type thing. Whereas the rest of the European papers, they don't care and they'll just post whatever, and so you gotta, I don't know. It's just weird. So.
Yeah. Now, I'm trying to look at this in the most positive light I can. And the thing is that if you had come to me 6 months ago and asked me what I thought about Prince William or what have you, I would have been like, good for him, whatever. It's since this has started and the energy around this that I'm like, And I'm not saying he did something. I'm saying I'm not happy with this energy at all.
Yeah, the energy is just weird.
Yeah. Okay. What I'm getting here, they're very much on the defensive, and they need to say something. You can't just pretend that this isn't happening.
Yeah.
In the past, this is my card for surgery. But in the center of this whole thing is utter silence. Major arcana silence. Hanging above this, you've got speculation.
Mm-hmm.
What about this? What about that? The start of this, the start of that. Different ideas. At the base of this, you've got these stories. Everything's fine. Oh, happy families. The kids are getting, bringing her tea. Again, home environment. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Fountains, spring water. Hopes and fears are centered around William. Okay. Near future. We're still not getting anything. And then eventually there's a medical, this would be the medical, maybe somebody comes out and says something. I don't know, but
yeah.
Final outcome, sitting pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the nine of Pentacles.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the 5 of Cups. Good and bad, good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
Judgment. This feels like
be okay.
Yeah, I do too. This feels like William. This back and forth, back and forth. There's good, there's bad, there's good, there's bad. And then whatever comes out, that's big judgment.
Yeah.
Big judgment. So yeah, Maltings Cottage, William never visited. No one saw her leave the hospital. Press were waiting for days to catch her leave.
And Jo Eliza, you are correct that the firm has always been business as usual, but how well has that served them in the past, especially in the last 30 years? Not well at all. Look, there's on the internet, you will find a lot of speculation about causes and things and whatnot. That's not whatever. Whether or not anybody had an affair, whatnot, that's irrelevant. That's their business. That's not my business. That's not anybody's business. I just think that the energy is very weird.
Yes.
I think we can all agree on that. And they have a PR problem, which everybody can agree on that.
Yes.
And without anybody saying anything, it's just making it worse.
Yep.
Like literally one thing would fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Just something.
A 15-second video would put this all to rest.
Yes. So
Sandra Martinez is asking, has William been faithful? That's a whole other
I'm
rabbit hole.
touch that.
I just want you to know we're not ignoring you. I really am going to focus on this, but it depends who you believe.
Yeah.
Is what that comes down to. Sylvia D says, is it possible she's much more sick than they're letting on? Could be. There are all kinds of rumors that just get worse and worse and worse by the day because no one has anything to base on. But Heather, I do like that. New rabbit hole unlocked. That was good.
Right. Elizabeth, I didn't see what you're talking about, but sweetheart, you just got a wrench. Do well with it. So
Debbie Winnett says, could Kate have left William? It could be. We don't know. Lisa is William bipolar. I've never heard anything about that.
And no. And that's not an excuse for anything anyway. There's a lot of people. I mean, it's not diagnoses. We're not using mental health diagnoses as insults is or reasonings behind things is ridiculous in this day and age where we know we've evolved. We know better.
Yeah.
So,
Can't get anything else. So I'll just pull through more cards and we'll call it, for the day. But happy, shiny. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I hope everything's fine. Star. There's the firm. There's the victory in the sunshine. I was reading on this last night. I was getting this all the way through. Well, not all the way through, but a lot of this. Shiny, happy, shiny, happy, shiny, happy, shiny, happy. None of it feels real. But prove me wrong, please. Please, you know me. I've never, ever said, oh, I'm always right. No, nobody who does this is 100% accurate.
No, not at all.
This works. But it's, it's often you might be able to pick up something from the collective energy, or maybe my biases are getting in the way. But I don't have anything particularly against the monarchy. I was married to an Englishman for 20 years.
Right.
I don't hate it. I was, before I met my ex, I went to a British school by choice. I fought hard to get in and to stay there. I've been a fan. I loved everything all the way back to 80s Britpop. I was all over that. So I have no axe to grind. And I'm an American, so it's not my monarchy. I'm not paying for it. Whether they have it or not isn't up to me.
Right.
So, yeah, Lainey Greenwood, England sent aid to Ukraine.
Good.
Excellent.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I just hope that everything's okay. And please prove me wrong. I'm serious. Please prove me wrong. Have her come out. Everything is shiny, happy. And I was picking up on who knows what, or my own biases. I'm good with that. As long as people are okay, that's all that matters.
Right. Right.
I will take the L to my ego, because I don't base my ego on this kind of stuff. But
Lisa says, Sarah, how do you explain Trump? Is it only dementia? Isn't there a mental health issue going on too? Well, that's the thing. That's what I was saying. Even if it is a mental issue, that's not an excuse. Whether or not somebody has narcissism, bipolar, whatever, we are in the day and age where you can go get that stuff fixed. And if he does have dementia, God forbid, I don't wish that on anybody. But if he does, then, he's not responsible for what he's saying, then his family need to sort that out, and that's on them. So, but just saying that someone has blank or using some diagnoses as an insult, that's a little lowbrow for me. I don't like, but it's not an excuse for anything. Yeah. That was my point. So,
and that's what I say, because Trump, absolutely has narcissistic personality disorder. I do not doubt that for 1 second. And there are experts in the field, many, who have said so. I'm just, but it's no excuse. And he should still be held accountable in a court of law, according to the laws, and be treated like everybody else. Because there's not a single person who has narcissistic personality disorder and breaks the law to the extent that this walking embodiment of all 7 deadly sins has, who just go, oh, poor little munchkin. Okay. No, they don't do that. So they shouldn't do it for him.
Right.
But anyway, thank you so much for being here. And I'm honestly a little concerned about what I'm going to see in the comments later, but oh well. That happens when I talk about this kind of thing, but I'm sharing with you what I'm picking up. Please tell me I'm wrong. I'm happy. Please prove to me I'm wrong. I know you'll tell me. I know there are people out there who will tell me I'm wrong. That's a given. But please. So anyway. All right.
I was saying the cool thing about, well, technically still a free country, we can all have different opinions, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Totally okay.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope none of this actually upset any of you. These are people on the other side of the ocean that we fought a war to not have to care. And that's true. That's the actual situation. I am just as a human being, I don't like the energy and I am concerned. But we can let it go now.
Yes.
And we will just see what happens. And we'll see when they release a 15-minute or 15-second video that says all's well. And
or Easter or fall or whenever they say she's going to pop up. Hopefully she is absolutely fine and radiant as she always has been.
Yep.
So she's a beautiful woman. And from what I suggest in the videos I've seen of her, especially with Louie, she's a good mom. So if I have concern, it's because I wish her well.
Yes. All right. So, like I said, I'm serious. I hope you have a really good rest of your day. You are not alone.
Mm-mm.
We are in this together, as crazy as it can be, as crazy as we can be at times. This isn't something I normally read on. This isn't something we normally talk about. But it was just the weirdness levels getting really high.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I will be back tomorrow. It is 1:38 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, Miss Sarah will be starting Creative Sprints. I will be along as soon as I can.
Yes.
I'm so grateful that you've been here. Thank you. All right. So hang in there, and I will see you right back here tomorrow. Same cat time, same cat channel. All right. So take care. All right.
Bye.
Bye.